While vacations are all about relaxing and having fun and even sometimes unplugging, these tech gadgets and travel items will greatly enhance your cruise. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, beyond the things that you'll want to pack for a cruise, including cruise essentials and clothing, there are some tech items and travel gadgets that are actually going to be really important to bring on a cruise. Now, this includes items that are going to make your cabin more comfortable and functional, other items that are really going to help with travel safety, and other things that are still just going to make your cruise experience a little bit better. Now, most of these things are very affordable, and by the way, I use almost all of these. However, there is one item, I am going to share it with you. It is a little bit on the pricey side, and I hate to admit it, but we hardly use it at all. I will share it with you, and I'd like to know what you think. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number one. Now, I'm going to start off with something that if you're a new cruiser, this is something that you really need to know about. And don't worry if you are a frequent cruiser or an experienced cruiser. I have a lot of different items that you may not have seen before, but I did want to start off with this because a non-surge protected power cube or power bar is something that is very important to bring on a cruise. Most of the time, your cruise ship cabin is not going to have a lot of electric outlets or USB outlets, especially if you're on an older cruise ship. Personally, I really like this power cube because it is small. It does have 3 electric outlets, 3 USB outlets, and the newer version of this actually has USB-C and USB-A outlets, which is perfect, and it really is a space saver. Number 2, a portable charger. Now, this is a new one that I just purchased, and this is because I'm always on the lookout for a portable charger that actually has the wires with them. So you don't need to bring any additional wires, which I do think is really handy when you're out and about. Now, this one in particular, by the way, what I like about it is that it is very, very fast charging. It's very powerful. So you've got your 2 wires. You've got one wire that is for like an iPad, and one wire that is for the phone. Now, by the way, all of the items that I do mention in this video, I am going to leave them linked down below in the description of the video in case you do want to check it out. Now, I'm also going to include a couple of additional chargers that work really well, including this iWalk, and I do have the Inui charger that charges 2 phones at the same time. An international travel adapter. So if you are going on a European cruise, you're going to be maybe staying in a hotel, then something that you'll want to do is bring your international adapter. Now, I do have a little bit of a cruise hack for you because on the cruise ship, you're going to be fine. You're going to have North American outlets, so don't worry about that. However, a little cruise hack is that you can put this international adapter into the European plug that is in most cruise ship cabins, and then you can benefit from an additional outlet. A small travel fan for your cabin. Now, a lot of people say that they just find that cruise ship cabins feel a little bit stuffy, especially if you're in an interior cabin or in an ocean view cabin where you cannot open the door. But even when you have a balcony cabin, something to remember is for the AC to stay on, you actually have to close and lock that balcony door. And if you need a little air flowing around you during the night, then this is just perfect. So this can actually be charged by USB. So you've got your outlets here, and it just goes on really either nice and quietly or stronger, and you can just prop this up on the night table next to your bed. By the way, please let me know if a travel fan is on your cruise essentials list. Do you bring that? Please share your experience down in the comments below. Now, 2 other items, they're a little bit low tech, I would say, but very helpful gadgets to have in a cruise ship cabin. Now, one of them is a motion sensor nightlight. Now, unfortunately, I left this in one of my cabins, and I just haven't bought another one recently. I really should do that. But you can take your motion sensor nightlight and you can actually adhere it right onto the cabin wall or onto the ceiling because it is magnetic. And then of course, you're not going to stub your toe when you're getting off the bed and you're going to the bathroom. Now, the other one is a simple travel alarm clock. Now, cruise ship cabins are usually not going to have any clock radio or anything like that. And it can be disorientating during the night to not be able to see the time. And you can also keep this on ship time. So even if time is different when you're in port, this can be very helpful. Now, if you are getting ready for a cruise and you're trying to keep organized, I do have the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner. Now, the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable printable cruise planner that will help you to stay organized from the time that you book your cruise all the way through embarkation and disembarkation. Now, it includes cruise packing lists, of course, but it also includes pre-cruise checklists, cruise shore excursion planning forms, cruise outfit planning forms, cruise budget planning forms, and more. If you are interested in seeing what's included with the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner, I'll leave all of the information linked down below in the description of this video in case you did want to check that out. A portable neck fan. So speaking of fans, we talked about fans for the cabin, but if you are going on a hot weather cruise, you could bring a neck fan. Now, this has become very popular with tourists that are going to any hot weather destination. So whether you're going to the Caribbean, to the Mediterranean, anywhere basically during the summer, the Bahamas, and this is just really nice. You can wear this around your neck. Ladies, gentlemen, they come in different colors. You can put it at different speeds. And again, you can charge this all by USB. So I just turned this up a bit higher and oh my goodness, does this ever feel cool? It works so well. I had been bringing this fan before. It's handheld. It definitely is very good, but I can see now why this is so popular. Digital luggage scale. Now this is really handy for when you're traveling, but even for at home, if you're wondering, how do I make sure that my luggage is not overweight? I don't want to get stuck at the airport and have to be moving things around between my different luggage. You can use this digital luggage scale and you can even bring it with you. It is very lightweight. An LED travel makeup mirror. So this has different settings for warmer or cooler lights, and you can pack this up. It's very thin, very lightweight. It can even go in your carry-on luggage. A waterproof phone pouch. Now, I love this gadget. It's really smart. A lot of people wonder, what do I do with my items when I go on shore excursions, maybe when I'm at the beach? So this is bigger than the waterproof phone pouch. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. I like the waterproof phone pouch on a lanyard, but this is really for if you have a little bit more than just a phone. This is really going to be helpful. You can keep money in it, you can keep your phone, you can keep various items, passports, even when you are snorkeling, lazy river, anything you do. And the waterproof phone pouch. Now this is on a lanyard, so you can wear it right around your neck. And while you can only keep one phone in it in comparison to the phone pouch that you can keep more than one item, this is very handy for each individual. A cruise card holder. Now when you're on the cruise ship, you're going to want a place to keep your cruise card. Now a lot of people use lanyards. Those are very, very handy, but some people say, you know what, I don't want something around my neck. Instead, you can use the cruise card holder. My husband started a couple of years ago. Recently on my cruise, I got one and I decided to use it on my phone. I started to find it so handy as well. And even when you go into the port, oftentimes you do need to bring an ID, like a license, and you may want to bring a credit card as well. So you can keep all of that together and have it right on you in your hand. A twisty leg tripod. Now, I don't think that that is the official name, but if you want to do any time lapses, let's say from your balcony, this is really helpful. You just put your phone right in here, and then what you do is you take these little legs and you twist them around the balcony railing, and you can twist them up and around so that they really hold on tight. You could put them on any of the chairs, anything like that. And in particular, it is good for time lapses. Now, for those that are into content creation or just generally, if you want to photograph food in particular, sometimes it's a little bit dark. Now, you do want to make sure that you're sitting maybe somewhere not super close to people, but even in the buffet, sometimes maybe you just want to take a really good photo, or even outside, you want to light up your food. This light really works. You just attach it to the top of your phone or even hold it. Air tags. Now, sometimes people ask me, are air tags worth it? Now, air tags are worth it if your luggage is misplaced or lost. And I have heard stories of people, just their luggage just not being in the place that it should be, even at the airport, like instead of being at the carousel, that they knew their luggage was actually in the airport and maybe it was near a door, for instance. So somebody might have taken it off the carousel and they moved it somewhere, but they were able to find it because of that air tag. Now, if you do not have an iPhone, if you're not an Apple user, there are other products as well, including the Tile. So I'm going to leave those linked down below in the description of the video as well, because they're basically Bluetooth trackers and they will do the same thing. Now, speaking of AirTags, I saw something that I thought was just genius, and it's a passport holder that actually has place to keep your AirTag. Now, this one, I tried to buy one that was very similar to what I found online on Amazon.com, Amazon US. Now, unfortunately, in Canada, it was this one, and honestly, it's okay, but I just don't like the quality of it that much. But when I am in the US, I am going to buy the other one, and hopefully it will be available in Canada soon. Bluetooth earbuds. Now, you want to make sure when you're traveling, whether you're on a plane, inevitably, if you do not bring these, you are going to have a baby crying behind you. That's just what's going to happen, but for on your cruise as well. And you might just want to leave your AirPods at home. If you do have AirPods, you know, let's face it, they're $200, they're $300. These are much more reasonably priced and they do work well. Earphones with wires. Now, you're going to laugh at me, but when I'm on a plane, there are times that I actually just want to watch the movie that is playing right there, or maybe a couple of episodes of like some reality show or something that I don't usually watch at home. So I do bring my own wired earplugs instead of using the ones that I would otherwise need to buy or get from the airline. A Bluetooth speaker. So a Bluetooth speaker, just to let you know, you can't really bring this to the main pool or anything like that, but you can listen to music in your own cabin. Now, I have a feeling I can find something a little bit smaller. We've had this for a few years, but this is something that we typically bring on a cruise. Travel binoculars. Now, these are pretty light. If you are going on an Alaskan cruise, they're an absolute must, but we've been surprised. We have brought them for Canada, New England, for the Caribbean, and oftentimes we are able to see marine life from our balcony. And Insta360. So I did tell you that I was going to share with you something that we bought that was a little bit on the pricey side, that I don't know if I regret it because it really is quite good, but we definitely don't use it as much as we should. So this is the Insta360. It's pretty cool because what happens is this here, this sort of rod or whatever, it actually becomes invisible when you hold this up, and this lens does really go 360. So in the editing process, you can actually get it to sort of show you different angles. It really is very cool. It does require a little bit of editing, so which we kind of need to play around with, which is why we don't use it as much as we should. But it really does make incredible video footage that looks like a drone if that is what you're looking for. Now, an alternative to the Insta360 that I think every content creator probably has, but even if you're not a content creator, I do genuinely think these are helpful. So this is a selfie stick tripod. So this bottom part becomes like a tripod if you need it. But otherwise, this is a really solid but still lightweight selfie stick. So very handy even for anybody on a cruise. An electronics organizer case. Now, my husband likes to keep sort of everything together when it comes to charger boxes and wires and that kind of thing. So he keeps everything together handy in this case. An organizer backpack. Now, you may have seen these backpacks being advertised. They've kind of gone viral because even though they're the size of a personal bag, they are so roomy and they've got a lot of organizational features that I did want to show you. So in particular, one of the things that I really like in the front pouch, so right over there, is, well, firstly, you've got this wet dry bag, so that's really handy. But in particular, you've got room for a laptop and you've got some other little pouches as well, even with zippers. Now, when it comes to the interior, you've got pouches as well, and you have this super large space. It's almost like a small carry-on bag, like a piece of luggage, except that you can carry it on your back. And it does have these soft padded straps. And of course, it's not very big, so it can fit right under your seat in the airplane. Now, I am going to leave all of the links to the items that I mentioned in this video, including the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner, down below in the description. Now, I would love to hear from you. Please let me know any of the tech items, the travel gadgets that you bring on a cruise, and even some of the items. If I missed anything, please do let me know. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.